Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. And today we're gonna be working on my 240. Here I have my Clutch Master rebuild kit for my clutch. It's super bright out here. I haven't been outside like in 2 or 3 days. It's been like in the single digits. As you can see, there's a bunch of snow out here. And yeah, it's just super cold. So I came here 30 minutes ago, turned on my heater, and it's currently like 16 degrees in here. So I'm gonna keep it on for a couple more minutes, let it get a little bit warmer, turn it off, and have my top heater on for the meantime. But yeah, it's stupid cold. I'm tired of this weather. I cannot wait for summer so I can actually work on my cars in peace and not have to worry about freezing my butt off. And you can tell it's been cold in here when my water bottles are all frozen and everything here is frozen. All my tools are freezing. It's crazy. But as you can see, there's a huge mess. I was working on a different video for you guys. I'm currently getting my calipers powder coated, so I had to take everything apart because I was in a hurry. So there's a huge mess on the bench again. I feel like every video I do starts with this mess. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning all this mess. Put some of the stuff away because I'm not gonna need it right now, and pull the motor out here because I have to put the clutch. I'm over here talking about what I'm gonna be doing, and I forgot that my throttle bearing is at my mom's house because I got delivered there. So I gotta go to her house real quick, pick that up, and then come back. That's annoying. Oh my God. I thought I was gonna start working on this right now, but nope. Let me go ahead and go to her house real quick, get that stuff, come back, and then I can start working on all my stuff here. But I'll probably leave this on for a little bit. Might stop by and get more kerosene because we're running out, and I'm gonna be needing it for tomorrow as well. So I guess make it worth the trip. But yeah, I'm over here touching everything. Everything's still frozen. So I'm probably gonna leave this running. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I might leave it running, to be honest. Everything here gets warm, and then I'll be back in 30 minutes. All right, so I'm back home. Went ahead and filled this thing up, and I should shut it off before I left because I was not gonna be here for 30 to 45 minutes. So went ahead and shut it off. It got down to like 60. It's already back to 62. It's actually pretty warm, so I'm gonna shut it off and let it sit for a while and just keep this one on. But I went ahead, bought this nice tripod. I've always had a really crappy ones, and good old Jeff Bezos, 35 bucks I believe, and it's pretty sturdy, except that you can push it down. It's kind of weird. I don't know if you guys just saw that. Oh yeah, you can lock it right here. Never mind. So when I got the tripod, so I'm gonna put my GoPro and my phone and all that here so I can get some better shots for you guys, because to be honest, I've been slacking on getting some decent shots. So I'm gonna set this thing in the corner right here and do a quick time lapse of me cleaning this disgusting garage, because this mess is freaking crazy. I bought calipers, rotors, and some brake pads. I bought one rotor, and as you can see, the box is empty. Well, the box is empty, so I'm guessing the thing fell off, because you can see this box has a hole right here, and good old FedEx just taped it back up and said F that rotor, I guess. So that box is empty. I did not get a rotor. I'm gonna head up Rock Auto, see if they send me another one, but I doubt they will. But we'll check it out. Alright guys, sorry that this clip's a little bit glitchy. I had the camera recording for around 45 minutes to an hour, so I had to condense it into like 30 seconds or less. So it's a little bit glitchy. Alright, so you saw, move the motor over here. Now we got a little bit cleaner for space. Not the best, but it's a little better. Organize some of the stuff here. I'm waiting for all my calipers, so I got all my brackets and my dual caliper stuff here, all my brake pads, even the new ones set up over here so no one can touch them and I don't mess all the bolts up, because knowing me, I'll get them lost. So I went ahead and put them all in order, or not in order, put them all in a little magnet tray. I'll leave it here for now. See what I'm gonna do with this empty box that I got from Rock Auto. And yeah, so we're set for this. Before we start working on it, let's do a quick unboxing and show you guys what's coming in the box. So this is the rebuild kit. It should have 2 plates and a floater, I believe, and I believe the pressure plate for this. So we'll have to swap out this pressure plate for a new one, and all of this should be brand new. So let's go ahead, take this thing apart, open it up, and see what's in the box. Hopefully this clutch lasts me all season, because I'm tired of spending money on this car, to be honest. I'm really hoping that this lasts me all season. Well, we shall find out. If I can figure out how to open this box. Jesus Christ. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's cool. I forgot it came with the shirt. A little shirt. I'm glad it came with the alignment tool because I lost my alignment tool. So that's pretty cool. And then here we have, let me double check that this alignment tool is the same that I have. Put this on my old clutch. Yes, sir. Same alignment tool. I ordered this under like a K series, and then I had to put in the notes that it was for CD09. It's a little confusing, but got it all ordered up. Okay, let's see. Ooh, way nicer. All right, so here we have the 2 clutches, and then we have the middle plate. You can see the brand new floater compared to mine. Mine's super burnt. I mean, if I compare the 2 clutches together, to be honest, the old one and the new one, it's not that bad. The issue is that I was running an organic one, so I was using a solid plate and an organic one. So this is not recommended for drifting because of the abuse that we gave it to it. So the guy told me to not use this and use the one that I just purchased. So we got that to the side. And then over here, it should be the flywheel. It should be the pressure plate. Let's see. Yes, sir. All right. Cool. Sounds good. Pretty straightforward. 2 solid plates, a floater, and the pressure plate. So let's go ahead and start taking the old clutch apart and install this new plate and get this new clutch into the car. Before I start working this clutch, I want to talk to you guys about the motor. So the title of this video, like it says, we had a bunch of issues with this engine past year, and luckily we found the issues. Kyle, the guy who built the motor, super nice guy, he went ahead and fixed the issue at no cost. From my knowledge, it's that Toyota, it's building their new motors and new oil pumps and a lot of the new stuff down in Mexico. And ever since they moved, the tolerances are not the same. So the big deal with the oil pump is that the gear, I believe, is not centered, or the pump itself is not centered to the crank. And it's like, I think it's like 4 or 5 thousandths off, I believe he told me. Don't quote me on that. It's a big amount that's causing issues. So the pump wasn't centered, causing the oil seal to pop off, and the pump was actually eating itself. I can go ahead and see if I can get a picture, because he sent me a picture. I just have to remember to add it here. After a couple of months of use of this car, the pump was already eating itself, which is crazy. You know, it's a brand new OEM pump, and they're known to be really good oil pressure and good quality. And this pump was completely destroyed. So I'm glad we went ahead and took the motor out and looked at this issue, because as many of you guys know, I had a bunch of issues with the car that I couldn't compete, or I couldn't even drive it at events because I kept having oil issues. You know, happened to me once up in US Air. I ended up putting a new oil pump seal because it popped it out and oil was going everywhere. So I went ahead and put a new one, and then that fixed the issue. But yeah, it happened to me twice at different tracks, and it wasn't fun because every time I'm drifting, I'm having a bunch of oil spilled everywhere, which is not safe, and it's not fun because I gotta take the whole motor apart and redo it. So yeah, I took this motor the way it is right now, dropped it off at Kyle. He went ahead, put a new oil pump for it, and what he ended up doing, he has a tool that centers the oil pump. So he drilled out the oil pump bolts, the one that you bolted down to the block. He drilled them out slightly bigger, and then he has his own tool that he made to center the oil pump. So he put the pump, and then he tightened down the bolts. So that's how you center down the pump. And I believe he said that it's within 1,000ths of, so we shouldn't have any issues. But of course, let him know if anything happens. But for now, that should be fixed. And I'm not the first one who have this issue. There's a lot of people having this issue. And him personally have done 3 Supras, I believe he told me, or 3 2JZs that had the same issue. That's how he found out that the pumps were having issues. And same goes for the GTE blocks that you buy from Toyota. They have issues as well. So if you buy like a brand new Toyota 2JZ GTE short block, they have tolerance issues. I guess they're building them way too tight, causing them to blow up. So if you get one, make sure you take it apart, redo everything, because it's gonna blow up. But yeah, so that's a big deal with the motor, and that's what caused me so much issues this year. It was annoying because I really wanted to drive a lot, and I couldn't because I kept having little dumb issues with like valve covers, oil catch can issues, and then the oil seal issue, and it was just driving me crazy. So hopefully we have everything figured out for this year. Well, luckily I have this Milwaukee kit that is opened because these bolts are 3/8, and I didn't have no 3/8, so luckily got that. This kit that I just bought is literally the only standard sockets that I have, so that worked out pretty good. And of course, the Allen key for here. I don't have the right side, so I'm gonna have to use either my vice grips or this one that's slightly too small. All right, so that worked out. I'll make sure I don't lose these things. All right, that one. Then we have one more. Luckily, it's pretty simple to take this thing apart. As you can see, only 3 bolts, and the whole thing comes off. Let's see if it's as easy to put it back in, because it doesn't seem like it. Oh shit! Almost hit me in my eye. Alright. We got this plate off. It's pretty toast. It's flat, but it's pretty toast. I'm gonna save it just in case I ever need something by emergency. I love to hoard stuff that I don't need, so I'm definitely gonna put this in the box that the new one came in. But yeah, the old one should go right in as well, like so. There you go. It's a new one. I really like how easy it is to put all this together. I was thinking that's gonna be a pain in the butt, but to be honest, pretty straightforward. So I'm glad about that. So I snug them all a little bit. And then this one. And just like that, we have the plate on. Super simple, 3 bolts, and it goes right on. I thought it was gonna be a pain in the butt, to be honest, but I'm glad it wasn't. I have to look for the pilot bushing, because to be honest, I bought it a couple months ago and I have no idea where I placed it. So I gotta go look for that. And I want to go ahead and clean these bolts up because it has a bunch of old thread locker in it. Well, it's been over 30 minutes since the last clip, and oh my god, like, this motor does not want to go into the car, let me tell you. So you know, I went ahead, got my flywheel 7 1/4, just like my clutch, right? It's the one that I used last year. And I ordered another plate, and they sent me a 10-inch, even though I mean, it could be kind of my fault because I follow up. So when I ordered my plate last year, I hit up the guy, super nice guy from Autosport Engineering, and I told him that I need 7 1/4, and he sent me this one. So when I ordered this one this year, I replied to the same thread that we had on email since last year, just so we were on the same page. So I just asked him if he can send me another one because I need another one. And he said, oh yeah, no problem. I paid for it, he sent it, and I just went ahead and, well, first, I couldn't even find the box. It took me like over 30 minutes to find this box. I found it in my room, and then went ahead, opened it, and of course, it's the wrong plate. It's a 10-inch, and I need 7 1/4. So I'm gonna see if I can return it because it was like $100. Luckily, I found the pilot bushing, because that's mainly what I wanted. Because I believe I lost one of the needles for this one. I'm not sure, but I mean, it's $60. I was like, might as well just replace it. But I am not gonna wait because by the time I get a new one, it's probably gonna be a couple of weeks. I mean, a week or two, and I want to put this motor in now. Like, if I wait a couple of weeks, it's gonna be way too long, and I don't wanna pay for 1-day shipping. And to be honest, this one doesn't look bad. It is a little. It does have some heat spots, but to be honest, there's no grooves. It's super smooth all the way around. And the only reason I want to change it is because it was already off. It was already out the car. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead, clean it up, make sure there's no oil on it, and put the new one in, and then just take this old pilot bushing off and put the new one in as well. Like I said, this one, it's not bad. I mean, it only has a couple of vents on it, so it's in pretty good shape. But since I already have it off, I was like, might as well change it. But yeah, I'm gonna run this one. I didn't want to, but to be honest, like I said, I'm not gonna wait. My plan is to put this motor in tomorrow, and if I wait, it's gonna be a couple weeks, and I don't know. Part of me wants to wait, part of me doesn't. The thing is, like, since I travel for work, it's really hard for me to work on the car, and since I'm off for the next couple of days, I was like, might as well work on it and put this motor in. And the thing is, like, I want to work on my BMW as well, so I need this car out the lift, so I want to put the motor in so I can push it out and put my car in here so I can work on it. I don't know. I'm not happy at all right now. Shit like this only happens to me, I swear. But yeah, I just texted the guy, see what he says, see if I can return it and get a new one and just have it as a spare. But this one should be fine for the season. I'll swap it out next year, I guess. Yeah, it is what it is. Let me go ahead and put this on and clean this flywheel. It's pretty dirty. And clean the little adapter plate because it's super dirty from all this thing leaking so much oil last year. So let me go ahead, clean all this, and start putting it on the motor. So I went ahead and I started cleaning all the bolts for the clutch. As you can see, they had a bunch of Loctite from the time from last year's. So I went ahead, cleaned all the Loctite off, started putting the plate on, and of course, after I put all the bolts onto the flywheel, as you can see here, I had to take them all off because I forgot to put Loctite on them. So I had to remove them all again, put Loctite, put it back in, which luckily I remembered instead of putting the whole thing together. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to remove all this again because I did receive the new friction plate, the one that I said that I ordered the wrong one. The new one will be here soon, so I have to remove everything again, clean all the Loctite, and re-put everything back on the car. All right, so here we have the throttle bearing, the old one, even though it's still good conditions. I'm gonna go ahead and remove it. I believe it's, yep, she's out. All right, we got this one removed. I might have damaged it removing it, so I don't think I can use it anymore, but I don't think we have a new one. Here we have a brand new OEM Koyo throw out. Well, it's bigger. It's actually way bigger. Interesting. So now this is what I should have opened this instead of taking it apart. Oh my. So you can see this one's actually really close to the edge. I don't know if that's good or not. This one's like right on the edge, and you can see where, if you can actually feel where it was wearing out. So maybe that's not good for it. And this one grabs more on the outside of the little splines here, or whatever you call this, little teeth. So it has more surface area. I mean, this is an OEM 350Z one, and this is of course a different one. I don't know what this is for. It's a Koyo one. I can look up the part number, but I'm not. I thought this was an OEM one as well that I used last year. Gosh darn it. All right, let me do some research real quick, because that's not good. Well, bad news. I got this doesn't work. I need to use the one that comes with the kit, and unfortunately I hammered it out as you guys saw, so it doesn't really spin now. I can try to put it back in and try spinning it. I doubt it's gonna work, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm not able to get any of these, for a while, at least a week, until it gets here. No one carries this on, in store. It's a OEM part number, Koyo. So no one's gonna have one of these unless a friend has one. I went ahead and I posted on my Facebook and Instagram, see if anyone has one, but it's doubtful because it's a 7 1/4 clutch master kit, and not everyone has it, of course, because people go with different brands. So yeah, I'm kind of sad right now, to be honest. I spent all day working on this thing. It's already 6 o'clock. I've been here for a couple hours now, working on it, trying to get it ready. As you saw, clutch is in, all of that. It's good. All I have to do is put the trans in, so tomorrow I can drop the motor in. I cannot put this trans in the car, so I have to, in order for this motor to go in, the trans has to go with it. That's the whole reason I'm trying to get this to work. So yeah, let me see if I can find one. If not, I'm just gonna have to wait till the next week to work on this thing again. I might just do that. I might work on the rack, get the new bushings in, which take me a couple minutes, but I might be done for the night. So it's gonna give it a couple minutes, see if anyone replies, see if anyone has one. If not, probably call it a night, and yeah, we'll be done here. Big sad, not happy at all. I've been busting my butt trying to get this to work, or trying to get this done, and everything's going against me. So let me try to put this back in and see if I can get it to spin. If not, which I highly doubt it, I would just wait until I get one next week and come back next week to this. All right, well, I'll put it back in here and I'm able to get it to rotate, as you can see, but it's pretty tough, I ain't gonna lie. I don't feel comfortable running it just because I know it's gonna wear out, and The bearings are probably all clapped out already. All right, let's go ahead, take this bolts off. We're not removing the whole rack. We're just gonna be having enough space to lift it up and slide the new bushings in. So, okay. A little tight, but that's one of the things I hear about this lift. I'm too fat for it. I gotta crouch to work on the bottom of the car, but I mean it's nicer than working on the floor, so I can't complain too much. But Jesus Christ, look how much oil's here. And this is from a good old front seal popping off twice. So we have the old bushing. This one. Oh, this one's destroyed. Sorry, my fat head's on the way. This one's all shoot up. There you go. This one, my alignment kept coming off whack. You can see how destroyed this one is. The whole thing is literally destroyed. And these are 25 bucks. I should have changed it last year, but I forgot about it and I ran it all season like that. And yeah. So let me get some brake cleaner and a rag, clean all this up, put the new ones back in it. All right, here you guys can see how bad the old one is. So you can see it's all shoot up from everywhere, especially the bottom. And that's where it sits on the rack and on the subframe. And as you can see, compared to the new one, it's pretty worn out. So yeah, definitely got my use out of this. And I knew it was bad. I think it was my last 2 events I did last season, and I saw it because I was on the lift, and I saw the rubber, the poly coming off, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it right now, because when the motor mount, when the oil pan is so close to it, it's a pain in the butt to get to it. So yeah, I should have swapped it out. I did it. Now I'm going to. Whatever. So yeah, let me clean all this oil off and put this one in. All right, went ahead, got those 2 new bushings in. I'm gonna go ahead and lower the car so I can start removing that thermostat relay, because that's going inside the car for this season, making the engine bay look a little better, and start removing those brake lines from the top so I can start getting it ready for tomorrow to hopefully find the bearing and put this motor in. But yeah, let's drop this car down and start working on it. We're gonna be removing this little relay kit. These are for my fans. It works really good, but I might cut this fucking ground out of here. Let's see. All right. So this thing works with a little thermostat that you put on the radiator fins, and it kicks on. It works great. There's nothing wrong with it, but I'm tired of looking at all this massive wires inside the engine bay. So I'm gonna have this be controlled by the Haltech, which I should have been doing that since the season started, but I was being lazy, to be honest. So I'm going to go ahead, put this inside the car. Just run a power wire to my relay box that I have up here with the main power, and just have it triggered by the ECU. So as soon as it sees like 180 degrees, kicks the fan on. So yeah, and that should be it. It should be pretty straightforward. So let me go ahead, and then this is, I believe, it's a trigger wire. We'll see. We'll figure out how to wire this inside. But I'm tired of looking at this mess. Let's go inside the car. So that, as you can see, it looks so much better without having, look at this cluster. Look how clean it looks without it. Super better. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and lower the car a little bit so I can actually get in the engine bay and remove these brake lines from here and from over here. And the new brake lines should connect to those 2 spots and go straight to the calipers. But other than that, I'm not sure what else I need to remove to make the engine bay a little better, but we'll figure that out. Alright, went ahead, lower the car a bit. Going to remove this line out of here. I'm lazy. I literally bought some brake line. I bought some brake line wrenches so I don't have to strip out these nuts for the lines. And instead of me going inside and grabbing them, I'm just using my vice grip. I mean, it works fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But if I had the brake line wrenches, it would be 1,000 times faster and better. But, oh man. I don't want to go all the way inside. It's freaking cold. It's like, I think it's under 10 degrees already outside. Everything, it's frozen. I don't feel like walking inside and grabbing them. So, gonna go ahead and struggle and take this off instead. So the one on the back goes to the front left. Okie dokie, because I'll forget. Yeah. Alright. So we got this one off. Pretty straightforward. Maybe. Got that one off. Front left off. Front right. Which this one, it's already out. Alright, well, that's gonna be a little harder. Let me take that off. Alright guys, the engine bay is ready. Went ahead and removed those brake lines. That's all good. We have this we have the main front harness, which I cannot put it anywhere, so that's gonna stay there. We removed that ugly relay box, so that's gonna be inside the car like I mentioned earlier. Then we have, you know, fuel lines and all that, of course, that has to be in here. But I got those put to the side. I went ahead and put this cardboard because we're leaking some brake fluid, and I already ruined the frame rail. As you can see, the paint got eaten away because I had an issue where this kept leaking, and I think I didn't notice it first, and I noticed it, then it sat for a couple hours or overnight, ate the paint away. Whatever, it's a frame rail. You won't really look at it. I'll go ahead and spray it with some paint, and it'll be good. It'll be hidden. It sucks, but it's whatever. But yeah, I mean, I'll probably go ahead and cover this hole right here tomorrow, just so we'll have no hot air coming into the car, because the downpipe goes straight through there. And I think we should be good. Like I said, engine bay is good, ready for the motor to go in, and I can start, you know, wiring everything up. I'm gonna try and make the harness look a little bit nicer, because last year I kind of threw the harness in there and I didn't really zip tie stuff around. It kind of looked like crap. And then my intake manifold got super dull and super dirty, so I want to go ahead. I bought some aluminum polishing. I'm gonna go ahead and polish that up, try to make that look nice, and just try to make the engine bay look a little nicer, because last year was kind of terrible. Oh, also I forgot. Gosh, I'm not gonna work on that today. I'm tired. But I have a Chase Base sandwich plate that I have to put on, so that has to be, I mean, I can do that inside the car, but I'll probably do it tomorrow before I put the motor in. So, but yeah, other than that, it's pretty good. I mean, just have a couple random wires for grounds, power wires, and more grounds, and other random stuff. But yeah, we should be good. Hopefully I can find that throttle bearing tomorrow. If not, we're clapped out. Also, I forgot to add that when Kyle did the oil pump, I also did a baffle. I think it's a Tomei baffle. I'm pretty sure we did. So hopefully that helps with oil starvation, even though we didn't have any. But it doesn't hurt to put it on, and since he was already in there, I figured just go ahead, do it. And so shout out to Kyle for doing that for me. But yeah, motor is pretty good. My turbo housing is getting powder coated with the calipers, the same color as the calipers. So that will be back probably in a couple of weeks. He's waiting on the guy to finish that. And big shout out to Ricardo. He hit me up on one of the videos, said that he lives nearby, and well, he lives an hour away, and he could do it for me for free. So big shout out to him. I just went ahead about the powder, and he's actually working on that now. I'll be doing a video with him soon once they get here. So big shout out to you, because I was gonna end up painting it, and he wasn't gonna turn out as nice as powder coating. So hopefully I get that back soon, and yeah, we should be good. All right, guys. So I forgot to end this video, and I just woke up my baby. I screamed too loud and she woke up. But I wasn't able to find a throttle bearing, so unfortunately I wasn't able to put the motor in. I already ordered one, it came in. I'll probably work on it this week. So the video after this one will be for sure me putting this motor in, because it's been a very long time. But if you guys want to watch more, make sure to click that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys at the next one.